We drove for 8 hours through Oregon, more than halfway to the equator, for one reason. Why? Rocks, of course. Why else do I go anywhere? Specifically to visit the Sunstone area outside of Plush. Flood basalts in the valley here created a broad sagebrush plain that is littered with millions and millions of gemmy crystals of labradorite, otherwise known as sunstone. There's hundreds of acres of public lands where you can go and collect to your heart's content, and a great way to see them shine is with the sun low on the horizon. But you don't need the sun to see sunstones. When the moon came out, I had to take a short walk. And come out here and look at sunstones in UV light, because sunstones fluoresce red. So everything you see here that's red, those are all sunstones. They are everywhere here. And it's not worth it to use this because it's such a dull red. It looks better on camera. You're not going to be able to find a big one, I don't think, easily here. But it is cool that you can come out here and see how many sunstones are just with a UV light. We camped in the parking lot of the public collecting area, and in the morning headed next door to the Spectrum Mine. We brought all manner of tools with the intent to dig in one of their pits, but we decided against that when the weather turned out to be 90 degrees that weekend. We wound up splitting a high-grade ore pile with two others from my local rock club, Lisa and Vincent. If you do a pile, you really only need a shovel and a bucket. They have shovels, but if it's busy, it's better to have your own. The piles are basically a bucket load from their bulldozer that's been concentrated down. Take a shovel full, spread it out on a screen, and toss aside all the large rocks. Or keep them if they're interesting, like I did with a few select pieces of basalt matrix with sunstones. I love context. Pick out the obvious sunstones, if there are any, and then water down the rocks. This makes the translucent sunstones pop, and you'll be amazed at how many are suddenly visible. Pick them up and give it a shake, pick again, and then look up from underneath the sieve to see light shining through any sunstones you missed. Toss the rest on the tailings pile and grab another shovelful. Now repeat for 4 to 6 hours. In addition to digging fresh from the pit or sifting through a prepared pile, you can also sign up for a conveyor belt run at Spectrum. This is the same material and amount that you would get in a pile, just run through a conveyor for faster processing. A stream of water wets the rocks before they slide by on a white belt to help the sunstones pop out more. Vincent was our lead man and did a great job picking the nicest stones, with Morgan, Lisa, and I grabbing the stragglers. While this is a great way to quickly collect sunstones, personally I don't think I'd do it again. The belt goes by just fast enough to kind of make me dizzy at times, and I was constantly worried about missing stones. And it's an hour long of highly focused concentration. It was a bit much in 90-degree weather. However, one of the mine crew would occasionally poke at our tailings pile and hand us the rare mist stone, so that was nice. We started our pile around 10 a.m. and finished about 4:30, with plenty of water and food breaks and the hour-long conveyor belt run in between. As a group, we split the belt run 3 ways, deciding the pile was a keep-what-you-find situation, meaning at the end of it I haven't weighed everything together, but it's plenty of material to keep me busy for a while. Combined, I took away over 250 carats of colored sunstones and well over 400 carats of stones with schiller. I sorted most of them out on a live stream a few weeks ago. And like I said, the belt run is the same material that you would get in a pile, and the finds were similar. I got more material from the pile only because Morgan and I combined our haul. The biggest colored piece I have is 38 carats, but I don't put much stock in those numbers because the bulk of it is clear and will be cut away. But this one is actually probably my favorite and will hopefully cut a large red stone. The stones you get aren't going to be all perfect candidates for faceting, many with fractures and other issues that you'll have to deal with. However, a thin blade on a trim saw makes quick work of cutting them down to size. Preforming them on a faceting machine will also help to better orient the stones before cutting. Of course, I'm not going to start with my best stone, and instead started with the medium-sized ones. And with plenty of spectacular rough to work through, I'm able to be a little more adventurous, trying new cuts and orientations of color and schiller. That's one of the things I love about sunstones. When color and schiller are involved, each one can wind up as a totally unique gemstone that no one else can duplicate. If you're interested in learning more about sunstones, I made a mini documentary about them that will be linked in the video, or I have at least one other video about faceting sunstones, and again there's that live stream I did of sorting these. Most of my faceted stones will be posted to Etsy at some point in the future, so be sure to go there and favorite the shop to get updates and when I list new items, because I'll be working through this beautiful material for quite some time.